Up next is the finale, Finitude. On the guitar on this one. Love the way the drums are mixed on this album too. Very cool. Is that a bass? It's like a finger tapping bass, isn't it? Pretty cool album. And we're getting a fade out at the end of the album, aren't we? That's how you do an album. Really good album, dude. I wasn't expecting it to be this good, but it was really good. I liked it. A lot of individual elements throughout each song really brought this album to life. And I want to go over it, but first I want to kind of give this a mention that I didn't mention in the beginning. He said, Theory of Mind. The credits go to Kiko Loureiro on guitars and keyboard, Felipe Andriole on bass, Bruno Valverde on drums, and Maria Ilmaniemi on keyboard. I can't say that. Ilmaniemi on keyboards. Produced by Kiko Loureiro and Adair Daffenbach. Mixed and mastered by Jacob Hansen. Oh, really? Okay. Artwork and sleeve design by Gustavo Sazes. Photos by Ricardo Santos, Rica Wenzo. Very, very cool. I'm gonna jump into this review. So a lot of these tracks had really a lot of moments just kind of just threw me for a loop of what I was gonna get next. But I think the one that really just threw me for a loop out of all of them was probably Blindfold. Love that synth and guitar delay. I think, is that synth? It sounds like synth over to gent. A very ambient synth going over to gent. That is just a cool part in this song. I really like that. I love that they did the panning and the headphones and everything with the left and right on that part too. That's something you would hear from like Spirit Box or some shit like that, like old Spirit Box. Very cool song. That's definitely gonna be my pause moment. All right, pause picks. My 3 favorites on this album. I'm gonna start doing this as just my 3 favorites. I'm not gonna say my top favorite, my second favorite, my third favorite. It's just so hard for me to pick my favorites. But if I had to go with my 3 favorites, it is Point of No Return. This track right here was just thrash. Oh, excuse me. I was lost in seconds. But I think Point of No Return just really gets into the track. It just goes right into it, just straight into it. And I love that. I love that. Just waste no time at all getting into the song. And just, it's a fucking face melter track. I love it. Next one, Lost in Seconds. I love this. It reminds me of old-fashioned Trivium. It reminds me of like Overkill. It reminds me of fucking Slayer, dude. This is such a fucking badass track. I love this one so much. I can hear like Tom Araya fucking singing over that. They're really cool. Really cool track. My next one, my final one. The Other Side of Fear. This track right here had that one part with the harmonics, and then it went right into like this, and then he did the wah-wah pedal. That was so cool, dude. I think that almost was my pause mode. Almost. Where is it? It's here. That. It's like a wah-wah pedal and a fucking what's the whammy bar? It's like a whammy bar and wah-wah pedal put together. Very cool track, and it's definitely in my top 3. The album MVP for this album is going to the one and only Kiko Loureiro. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm pretty sure I am. I know Matt gave me it, and I can't really find it in all the messages that we sent each other. I'm sorry, I apologize. But very skilled guitarist. It's sad that this is so under the radar, and just I hope other people will discover a new instrumentalist that just will blow their fucking minds like he did me. Man, I'm gonna give it to Kiko. He deserves it for sure. Similar artists. Now, I'm not much of a fan of instrumental or like just straight guitar players. I'm not really into that. But if I had to give this guy 3 people that he sounds like, number 1 would be John Petrucci from Dream Theater. That's right, dude. John, It just has this, he just has this vibe with prog, and he's just amazing at what he does. And I really think that he is definitely one of the similar artists for Kiko. Number 2, Jeff Loomis from Nevermore. And I believe he was in, what was he? He was in Nevermore, Symphony X, and I can't remember the name of his other bands. I can't remember, sorry. Yeah. But really brings off that Jeff Loomis vibe. I've heard a couple songs by Jeff Loomis, his solo project. Very cool though. Definitely reminded me of his guitar playing. Number 3, Michelangelo Baccio. This guy plays 2 guitars at once. Literally. If you ever watch his videos, very cool guitars to watch, and just really just brings off that kind of vibe that Kiko has. I think that a lot of people would love to listen to him if they like Kiko. Number 4. This is where it's gonna get hard, man. I don't think Matt has his solo project, but I think he does. 1 second. So Matt Heafy from Trivium. Very I'm pretty sure that he has a solo project. Okay, I have never listened to his solo project, but he really reminds me of, you know, Kika's kind of playing, especially during that one track. I think it was Other Side of Fear. Was there? No. Point of No Return. No. Lost in Seconds. That. That's like old school Trivium, dude. I love it. I love hearing that in his guitar playing and with the drums and just the whole vibe of it. Very Trivium. And finally, my 5th would be Steve Vai. Yes, Steve Vai is a huge similar artist for this artist. I feel like a lot of guitarists are inspired by Steve Vai. I mean, of course, dude. He's the fucking legend, dude. He's a legend. So, but yeah, definitely have to get. I was gonna give it to Yingwei, but nah. Steve Vai sounds better. It sounds better with Steve Vai. All right, genre. The genre for this album is prog. It's definitely progressive. Very just a lot of changes in all the songs, and just something you wouldn't expect in each song. It's experimental. He's not afraid to go outside the box of whatever music is. Literally, there's no rules on this album. I love it. It's a very experimental album. It's very genty. A lot of these tracks on here, very genty. I wasn't expecting that at all. It is thrash. Some of these tracks on here really reminded me of thrash, and I'm gonna have to give it to thrash for sure. It's got the, you know, it's got the blast beats, it's got the double bass, it's got the fast rhythm guitars. It's really reminds me of like Slayer, Overkill, fucking Testament, stuff like that. Very cool. Old school Metallica, Megadeth, of course. It makes sense. He was in Megadeth, so it's gotta be thrash, right? And finally, it is power metal. Yeah, it somewhat is power metal. I will give it that. It is very power metal. You know, I'm not that big of a fan of power metal, aside from Seven Spires. Seven Spires is a fucking amazing band. If you haven't listened to them, please stop what you're doing now. Go listen to it right now. But really cool album. Matt, thank you for putting this in, man. Thank you for supporting our empire. If you want to... Wait, what the fuck am I doing? No. Pause, you dumbass. You gotta finish this review. Alright. The implication. What is the implication for this album? Theory of mind. So, the theory is basically a hypothesis or an educated guess of how the mind works. When you get an average listener that would listen to this album, they wouldn't expect to hear the sounds that they would expect to hear from a guitar player in one album. really, really cool. I think that this means that the mind is just a theory. It's just a theory. We don't know how each person feels, how each person, looks at their mind, what they feel in their mind. We don't really know a person until you know a person. They say you don't know a person until you really know a person. So I think that the mind is just a theory. It's placed us here. And everyone is different. The mind has no rules, just like this album. Anyone could just change their mind at any point in mind. Like, every single person's mind is so unique from the next person. There's no individual out there that is just like the next individual, Everyone's unique, and I really, really think that that's where Leo's going with this. My rating. Aside from the Barefoot Queen, I really enjoyed this album. Barefoot Queen didn't really pull it in me, and it didn't really pull me in. And I'm sorry, it didn't really pull me in. That song just didn't have the oomph that the other tracks had. It had a couple cool moments, but I gotta give this a 9.25 out of 10. This is a decent album. I like this a lot. I'm hoping that he has better stuff in the future or better stuff in the past so I can check out. If you enjoy this album reaction and you want to put in your own album submission to my channel, you can go to my Instagram, view my pinned posts. You can look at my bio on YouTube. You can watch the video that is on Instagram as well. And you can submit an album, an EP, or a song to this channel. I'm back, and I'm raring to go. I hope that I'll see you at the next album reaction. And Matthew, thank you very much for supporting our empire. I think this is the 3rd or 4th album you have put in, and a lot of people submit albums. So I just want to thank you, man. Thank you so much for supporting us. And once again, man, shout out goes to Matthew because he always shares my stuff on his Facebook. He always tags me. And he's just a wonderful, wonderful person to talk to. And I'm sorry, man, I can't locate your Active Stream special, man. I'm going to check out this, though. You sent me this. It was a guitar player that played a Sleep Token song, Euclid. How they get moving in? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. We're almost done. It is a headache moving, but at the same time, it had to be done. I was miserable in Washington. But yeah, Matthew, thank you so much again, man. I'm going to check out this. But if you guys enjoyed this album reaction, don't forget to leave a comment, leave a like, leave a comment on every single video in this playlist. And you don't know how to get the playlist? Watch the end of the video to get to the playlist. Leave a like or dislike. Leave a comment. Share this with everyone that you know or likes instrumentals. Because I want to get this guy more known, when I want people to watch my review and be like, wow, this guy sounds really cool. Hopefully I found a new artist. I found a new artist. And subscribe if you enjoyed the content. I will see you at the next album reaction, which will be... Oh, if you're not in the Discord, man, you guys are missing out, man. Come in the Discord. That's where all the shit happens. Next Friday, we are looking at Black Briar, A Dark Euphony. Peace! That was a terrible ending, but whatever.